Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about things that are necessary for the bulk. I've been bulking for a while now, and I feel like I have some valid points going through all of this trial and error because I've gone from it's small progress, but I started bulking recently and I went from 70 kgs to 73 kgs so far. It's been a few weeks. And obviously, when I started, I was actually 60 kgs. But then I got a massive weight gain during 2022, 2023. Then from there, I flatlined, I stayed the same for about 3 years. And now I'm finally starting to gain weight again. So how did I start gaining weight again? Because I had to make a sacrifice. And I have to do things that are necessary for a bulk, which is I'm going to tell you three things that's necessary for bulking. Excuse me. I have an exam next week for the college. It sucks, man. But anyway, still out here making YouTube videos. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is you need to cut out all the excuses to eat whatever you want. Most likely, when you think bulk, you think happy time because you're going to be eating, you're going to be pushing in the gym, and you're going to be happy eating dirty food. This is a mistake. This is a big mistake because not only you may gain weight rapidly, you may gain 10 kgs fast, but half of that kgs is actually not half. I'd say most of that kgs is fat. And when you go back on the cut and you want to go back to 12% body fat, you go back to 70, wherever, or I don't know, you started from 70, you went to 80, you go back to 70. Because all that weight that you gained was actually just fat. And maybe you made a little bit of muscle, but then that's inconsistent. So dirty bulking, that is the main primary reason you shouldn't dirty bulk. Dirty bulk means eat all the unhealthy foods and whatnot. So basically, don't use bulking as an excuse to cheat your diet to eat whatever you want. You can cheat your diet once in a while, that's fine. But doing it every single day, having no diet at all is going to make you fat, and it's going to literally make you waste your time. You're going to waste your time bulking. You're going to go back to cutting. You're still going to be the same. You're still going to be the same weight. You're going to still be the same muscle. There's no micronutrients inside bad food like McDonald's. There's no probiotics, nothing. Just protein. You're going to be feeling worse, more tired. You're going to be training less because of the food has no energy. And basically, you're going to be back where you started, as I said so many times so far. You have to sacrifice something to get something. In this case, you're sacrificing the good food. And it's hard, but it's necessary. I used to do so many reps. I used to train. I used to try and follow a boxer's routine with so many. Basically, I used to do a lot of sets of push-ups, sit-ups, whatever. That high volume, and I was bulking, and I did not gain weight at all. And it's only when I started doing these I basically I started low. I lowered the reps to 20 to 12 reps, 2 sets of exercise, 4 exercises for the push pull legs, and obviously I added some weight. Still doing calisthenics, but with weighted calisthenics. And that's when I actually started to gain muscle again. I had to sacrifice my boxing fitness. Like I don't really go to a gym, but I train at home. Basically, I like training. I like doing sports. You know what I mean? But basically, at home, I finally made progress when I started lowering the reps and training with heavier weights and training a bit less than usual. And eventually, when I get to my goal weight, which is maybe like 100 kgs, 90 kgs, then I'll go back to that same workout, and then I can be big and fit at the same time. So basically, don't use it as an excuse. Don't use bulking as an excuse to eat anything you want, and don't use it as an excuse to. I mean, don't think you can get away with stuff. Like I understand that you're disciplined, you're hardworking, but we need to conserve a lot of calories in order to bulk in the first place. So basically, for example, if you do, I'm doing a form of cardio is jump rope. You have to sacrifice your 30 minutes to 9 minutes. That's the first thing. The second thing you need to do is you need to make bulking into a lifestyle. When you wait, you need to be eating a lot throughout the day, which everyone knows. But the easiest way to do that is to eat as early as possible. As I explained in the previous, I've explained this in the previous videos. So you need to wake up. You need to have a sleep schedule because the muscle grows in your sleep. So you need to get as much sleep as possible, 8 hours. Not too much, but as much as possible, which is 8 hours of sleep. You sleep at 9, you wake up at 6 maybe, or 5, whatever. And 1 hour before you sleep, you need to basically cut out all the blue light, take a shower, relax, read, whatever. Basically, the easiest way to kill time, if you wanna cut out blue light, is to take a shower after your workout, or read. You probably don't read, but you need to read, and you need to maybe meditate for a little bit. Make some tea. Even you can just drink some tea. You can just make some tea, drink the tea. That will kill time, and then you'll be able to sleep well. You'll be able to have more quality sleep throughout the night. Yeah, so now that's the first step in this process. The next thing now is basically you need to, once you wake up, you brush your teeth, you whatever, shower, I don't know, getting ready, you need to eat as early as possible. The earlier you eat, the more you'll be able to eat throughout the day. If you wake up at 6 and you eat at 12 in midday, you'll only be able to squeeze in 2 to 3 meals. But if you eat as early as possible, you'll get hungrier more often. You'll be able to maybe squeeze in 4 or 5 meals. Eat in the morning, snack throughout the day. Eat in midday, snack throughout the day. Eat at the dinner. One last snack before. Actually, don't snack after dinner. What do you snack on? Your protein shake, your any you can maybe like if after breakfast you can have I don't know, you could have fruit, or you could just have something small like a sandwich, or and then in midday you eat like your mom's food, and then you take more of your mom's food, and then dinner you eat blah 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 blah, and then you go to sleep. You're able to squeeze in so many meals by eating earlier throughout the day. Trust me, every time I wake up late, I end up eating less, and I end up snacking in the night. I'm so hungry in the night, I end up snacking in the night. And then, which causes my abs to look worse the next day. If you want to keep your abs, you need to not eat dirty, you need to sleep well. And you need to not eat late. That's the main thing, is don't eat before you sleep. You can't be eating before you sleep. Like 3 hours, 2 hours before you sleep. You can't be doing that, because you go like the moment I stopped doing that, I used to eat noodles every night. The moment I stopped eating before I slept, literally my abs came same time. Not same time, but it came quick. So my point stands the same. Don't eat before you sleep. Eat as early as possible. Don't use bulking as an excuse to eat dirty. Now we're going on to the last step. You need to try and just eat more. You if you An easier way to bulk without counting your calories is to basically you eat as early as possible, as much of the day, right? And then you wait till you get full. Wait. You wait until I mean until you get when you get full. Once you get full, that's when you need to eat a little bit more. A little bit more of the food, even after you're full. Dish out a little bit more and eat. Hopefully you're eating protein like chicken with the food. No, you're not you can be a vegan, but as long as you have protein in your food, you eat a little bit more, and that will be adding like maybe a little bit more can contribute to a lot more in the future. I'm saying maybe like 300 calories more. You so this if you do this consistently, you will be gaining weight like this. It's the small things that you do that lead to big results. The small things that you do that lead to big results. It's the small things that you do that lead to worse results in the future as well. Hitting one cigarette here and there, drinking it every weekend, partying, you think that's small now. Wait 10 years, you will be a drug addict, you'll be on the street, all that. The small things that you do, you go to the gym every day, you take care of yourself, you study, you talk to your crush and your new crushes every day, you'll be a rich millionaire with a baddie wife. So back to the bulking. That was unrelated. What I'm trying to say, you just need to eat a little bit more after you're full. Finished. I don't need to say any more. You just need to do it. But obviously every single person wants a reason. Let me say the reason again. Because what I learned is that the person is more likely to comply if given a reason. So more calories, more small like imagine like you're building like something. You're building a wall with small bricks day by day. Eventually it's gonna be a massive wall, like the Great Wall of China. You're eating a bit more than usual. You're gonna be gaining massive weight, muscle, going to the muscle. As long as you're eating healthy, follow the first step. Don't eat what you want. Don't eat unhealthy. And then you'll be lean bulking, and then you'll be bigger and stronger in the future. And you get to 100 kgs. The next year you gain 20 kgs or 100 kgs, no, 50 kgs, and then you become 100 kgs. Finished. Then bulking is done for you. You can start cutting. You can start going back to maintenance calories and eating whatever you want. And that is all I have for today. I'm going to post tomorrow. Thank you for watching. If you guys are interested, I have a course on fitness, how to get an aesthetic physique. Link in the description. You won't be disappointed. And I'll see you in the next video.